The Distillery is a fascinating business, an artisan letterpress thriving in an industry dominated by digital techniques. In fact, business is going so well, they're now looking to expand into Southeast Asia. To help navigate that growth, we sent in the airport economist Tim Harcourt to share his advice.
So Nathan, the Distillery, it's an amazing operation here. Must have an amazing story. Can you tell us about how you started and what you do and your passion for your business?
One day on the internet I saw a printing press. It's an old vintage letterpress machine and it fascinated me and I wanted to know all about it. So I bought the press, put it in my mum's garage, one thing led to another, and I combined my love for creativity and design with a bit of business flair and a team of very creative, driven people. I guess the best of the old with the best of the new.
So you're like Steve Jobs, you're a garage entrepreneur, you know, in your garage, on your mum's kitchen table. These stories are amazing, aren't they?
I think they are. I think a lot of businesses start as small ideas in a bedroom or a garage and they grow out of necessity into something quite big.
Fantastic. So you've done so well in Australia. Here in Sydney, the concept from the internet to grow your business, this fantastic place you've got here now. Now you want to go offshore, you want to take on the world now, and you're looking at Southeast Asia. What's attracting you to wanting to basically take yourself offshore and do it the hard way?
We had achieved our very early objectives to spread the love of letterpress here in Australia, and the next step was to bring that further to a bigger audience. We're setting up in Jakarta because we see that there's massive opportunity in Southeast Asia. We're going to target all of Southeast Asia eventually, but starting with Jakarta and Indonesia, I think that's a growth opportunity for us to spread our love for what we do here, but also into the rest of the world.
You're brave going overseas for a start, but also you've chosen Indonesia.
We should be scared. We are a bit scared, but it's exciting in terms of the opportunity there. And if we do things right, I'm positive and I'm sure that we will get great outcomes, whatever they may be.
Oh, it's a great attitude, and when you think about it, yeah, it's scary for everyone to go overseas, particularly to, you know, a place like Jakarta, but there's 2,500 Australian businesses selling already to Indonesia. So you're not by yourself.
I think that Australian businesses going overseas, yes, let's take advantage of those markets, but we have a lot we can share and help improve the other nations too, and I think that's something that should be brought quite close to the forefront of our objectives.
It's a large economy. It's 47% of the ASEAN economy. It's really a big market, isn't it? It's quite something that you're taking on.
I think in the market we're in, which is about cultural and creativity, we do a lot of branding and design and bespoke style printing. It's quite a saturated market here. We can creatively fuse a whole lot of, you know, Western typography with the Eastern design, and there's new possibilities when you mix different things together.
After the break, we hear Tim's tips for making their Asian expansion a successful one. Look, it's always risky opening a new shop, even more so if it's in another country. The guys at Sydney-based letterpress, the Distillery, are looking to do just that. Let's get export guru Tim Harcourt's tips for the big move.
Now, you've sort of started to set up there from here. How's it going? Like getting visas, getting paperwork, registering your office there. How's it been so far on your journey?
It's almost like the wild, wild west over there. I'm not sure, Tim, I understand you've been there, but I'm not sure of that Australians know of how that part of the world works. It's very different, and there's a lot of challenges that we have faced.
Well, it is daunting going to anywhere in Asia, particularly in Indonesia, a big bustling place like Jakarta. But I would say the Australian government networks do matter. Austrade and the embassy, not just for security or legal issues, but just they're there to help. You don't pay, and they can give you contacts to larger businesses and other important people in the Indonesian government. Now, some of the Indonesian educational institutions like business sponsors, they like business involvement. It could be just something you do in a Jakarta slum to help out. To show your commitment to Indonesia as you've shown, or it might be a way of attracting new talent. there's Australian schools in Jakarta. There's a lot of the universities have very strong connections there. So you might actually pick up some pretty impressive local hires. I think one of these things is to show your commitment to Indonesia, but it's also good for your business.
Yeah, I didn't know all this existed, and it's really good to know that there's supports there.
And export market development grants, EMDG, for your marketing. You may choose not to use it, but Australian businesses, a lot of small businesses get their start in Indonesia by EMDG, so that's another good thing for you to do.
Yeah, I think it's worth investigating and reassessing whether we take on more support, because I think any company, as we found, needs as much support as possible.
And once you're the huge success, I'm sure we'll be asking you to speak at all the big events around Jakarta. On how, I Did It My Way by Nathan, which would be great.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra was always pretty good.
Yeah, he did well.
It's good to know.
Cool.
Tim really knows his way around the Asian business community. As he touched on there, Austrade, Australian embassies, and export market development grants are a few key resources to check out. And once set up in Asia, look to involve education institutions and the local community to really establish your presence.